Welcome into Rapid Recap presented by Dreamfinders Homes. The Jaguars fall to 1-3 on the season after losing to the Cincinnati Bengals today. Final score 33-25. We can talk about lack of execution. We can talk about key players being injured. But Brian, I start with this, how different this episode was just 2 weeks ago. Big win against the Colts, feeling good after Tennessee. You're not feeling so good 2 weeks later.
You know, the formula they used for the Colts on opening day was to run the ball, to play good defense, and to ask Gardner to make 20 to 25 throws a game, right? In that game, he threw the ball 20 times. He was 19 of 20. Since then, in 3 consecutive losses, he's thrown the ball more than 40 times. 40. That's never been the formula for this team to win, to rely on his arm to put the ball all over the field. The problem the last couple of weeks is he hasn't played very well. There's been turnovers. He missed guys today. He sent the ball high on a few. He dug one into the dirt that he wasn't happy about after the game. Started the third quarter now. They're up 13-10, and he's holding the ball. And he just looked lost at times today. The difference the last 2 weeks has been he has not played very well, and that is a concern for this football team.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough thing because I wrestled all through the second half. What was there going to be to say about this game? And the thing I kept going back to and finally figured out was for 2 weeks, fight was the story about this team. Yep. And today I think you saw that fight, when you lose guys like Miles Jack and C.J. Henderson, and when the quarterback has to throw that much and he's having trouble against that soft zone, fight today, I don't doubt that they fought, but fight in the NFL doesn't equate to talent and being able to execute well enough to win. So with Jack out, if Henderson's out, all of a sudden on defense now you look around and say, who are our playmakers? It's Josh Allen and you fill in the blank.
Well, and I've said the last couple of weeks, Ashlyn, that they can play better, but they can't fix what ails them. They've got holes in the middle of that defense at safety that will weaken them. But they can play better. I mean, now all of a sudden you've got injuries with Miles Jack, and we don't know how long he'll be out, and C.J. Henderson. Now I'm not sure they can play any better, John. Now you're asking the quarterback to throw the ball 40 times a week. They're 0-3 this season when he's thrown the ball at least 40 times. That's not a very good formula. But if the offense doesn't carry this team, I don't know if they can win.
Yeah, and after the game, Ashlyn, Brian, I listen to the press conferences, and I try to take notes and figure out, okay, what's being said here. And I'm not being facetious here. And I feel for the guys because I like them. There were no answers. Yeah. When they were being asked questions today, they wanted to answer. And when you talk about execution, they fought. They just, today they weren't good enough. And you wonder how often they will be good enough. It's not fight. It's today it just wasn't there. And you wonder how often it's going to be there the rest of the season.
After the Titans lost, Ashlyn, I think I said my hot take was that they would be 3-1 because I thought they could beat the Dolphins and the Bengals the way that they were playing. Yeah. Now, what I didn't say is they better get to 3-1 because the schedule all of a sudden turns really challenging against some really good quarterbacks and a long trip to the West Coast. Buckle up because if that defense isn't healthy and they have to throw the ball 40 times a game, finding a win in the next couple of weeks is going to be a real uphill battle.
Upcoming schedule for the Jaguars, twice against the Texans, Lions, and Chargers. The theme today, not a lack of effort, lack of execution. Much more to come about this game tomorrow morning on Jags Drive Time. That's your rapid recap from the Jaguars and Cincinnati Bengals game.